So a number of people have actually asked me why I wrote my book, Online Business Startup. So I just wanted to do a relatively short video just to explain kind of when I started it, how I started it, and how the book kind of came about, really. About this time last year, I was in the middle of doing a course, as part of that course, they kind of encourage you to, in order to raise your profile, to actually start thinking about perhaps writing a book. So that's where Online Business Startup started from. The actual content of the book, it was kind of split down into three major parts, components, those three components are basically business strategy, online strategy, and social strategy. And the reason why I went for those three was because having spent 10 years in the web design industry, I'd sat down in front of 1,000 clients doing pitch meetings. And what used to tend to happen a majority of the time was we'd spend about 10 minutes talking about their website and what the specific details about their website, but then actually we'd spend 2 hours drilling down into their business strategy and what their ultimate aims and objectives were for their business. And my background as a systems analyst and my education, I qualified with a degree in business management. It used to really frustrate me because for two reasons. First and foremost, we used to get a lot of businesses who would come in with, there would just be elements of their business strategy that just didn't exist. Perhaps they'd done something like, they'd knocked up their own logo in, using word art, clip art, or they didn't have a business plan in place. They had no idea about kind of why they wanted the website, what purpose they were marketing for. They had no idea about kind of how much they wanted to grow or scale their business. And it used to just really frustrate me. And kind of hand in hand with that, the second reason for that frustration was because as a web design outfit, I don't know why, but it seems to be one of those industries whereby people, they would come to us and say, just build us a website, and not expect that you were going to add any kind of value. They always wanted it done on the cheap, and then they would have great expectations of, oh, now they're online, the world can see them and they're going to sell thousands of products. And of course, you can do your best, but when people have low expectations in terms of budget but high expectations in terms of added value, it's very difficult to actually kind of get results. And so what I started to see more and more was that actually the more work and time that we spent on building a business's core business strategy and getting their business assets in order first before then embarking on the process of building a website and promoting it, the better chance they had of success. And not only that, but also the more added value we could actually create for those clients. They could see it. They could see their business was growing and scaling as a result of the hard work that we were putting into not just their website, but their business strategy, and then at the other end, their social and marketing strategies as well. So essentially, that's the three main sections of the book, kind of broken down into a nutshell, and why I'm so passionate about. I wanted to just really give an awful lot of value in the book, and for the sake of sort of £14 or £4 for the Kindle, I wanted somebody to have a book full of top tips and guidance and help and tools to use that they could use to help grow their business. Because it was really important to me to get across the message about all of the stuff that I wish I'd known 10 years ago, when I set up my own business. I wanted to share that with everybody because I feel it could help an awful lot of businesses. And not only that as well, I know it says Online Business Startup, which kind of makes you think about smaller businesses, SMEs. Whereas actually the reviews and feedback which I've had so far from many people is that they feel that actually anybody at any stage, middle managers, corporate executives, C-suite executives, owners of kind of blue chip companies, tech companies and things like that, can get something out of Online Business Startup. So it's really, that's quite pleasing. I did have a specific target audience in mind when I wrote it, but I'm glad that actually the content I've created has an awful lot of value, which can be used by a variety of different people. And ultimately, I think, I launched the book, or it went live on Amazon sort of towards the end of April, and then I did an official book launch in May. And I've been absolutely overwhelmed by the feedback. I've got 40 plus positive reviews on there already. Wonderful feedback off of existing clients, family and friends. I hope that's not just because they're biased. But actually the whole writing process has been thoroughly enjoyable as well. I actually managed to get most of the content written in June last year, so 30,000 words I wrote in June last year, had a bit of a sabbatical and then came back to it to add another 25,000 words when I was on holiday last November in Portugal. And then going through the editing process, who I was helped with by a hybrid editor called Rethink Press, Lucy McCaraher. I wanted to do it properly and have it properly edited, have the cover designed by somebody who is an expert in designing book covers. At the end of the day, I want people to come and use my services because I'm an expert in business, online and social strategy. So I believe in paying for services, outside services, to have things done properly. So Rethink Press have done an amazing job for me on designing the cover, taking me through the editing process, building up the additional kind of content around it for the front and back cover and inside pages, and kind of giving me the guidance which I needed to achieve something which I never thought that I would be able to achieve, and that ultimately is hopefully a book which can offer a lot of value to any size business owners. So if you want to know more, if you have any questions about my book, then please email me. The email address is robin@onlinebusinessstartup.co.uk. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions. If you've got any questions about your business and you want to actually spend a bit of time working with me, then drop me a line. Hopefully we might be able to help out. We can do things either face to face if you're based sort of between Bristol and London, sort of in the UK, or I'm happy to do Skype sessions as well. And again, thank you for your support with Online Business Startup. I couldn't have done this without the support of first and foremost our clients who kept us, who I've worked with over the last 10, 11 years, as well as all of my peers and family and friends. And I'm really kind of pleased with my end result, so I hope you enjoy it too. Thank you.